if Danielle's going for something, she's going to get it. That's just what I've seen because you've proved time and time and time again. And I wanted to ask you, how has your faith played a role in that as you have continued to have opportunities and just kind of boldly go for them, not knowing what's going to happen? How has your faith played a role?
I think my faith has played a huge role because when I look at myself and I guess think about myself as like a Christian, as someone who follows God, um, we all go through our struggles and things like that. But something I really have been able to rely on is having that faith in God and no matter what, always praying and always trusting.
Mm.
And I think when I've gone after these things, like when I became or when I tried out for the Cardinals cheer team, I didn't make it the first time. And a lot of people can look at that and feel very defeated, like especially in that type of profession, a professional cheerleader where a lot has to do with looks, like your body, like you can take that the wrong way and be like, "Oh, well, I'm not pretty enough," or "I'm not in shape enough," or like all of these things. And so for me, I was like, "Okay, I didn't get it this time, but I'm gonna pray about it." And it's something I wanna do, so how can I just give up after one time?
Right.
And so pray, trust God, and that's exactly what I did, and I even went out for another team, the Phoenix Suns team, after I didn't make the Cardinals, and I didn't make the Phoenix Suns team the first time either. So those were 2 back-to-back L's, which obviously, like, nobody likes that feeling, so you can dwell on it for a little bit, and then you're like, "Okay, well, God, like, this is something you've put on my heart to do, it's something I've wanted to do, and I know it's something I'm going to do, so I'm just gonna pray and keep pushing forward."
Yeah, when you say that, it's a lot of walking by faith, not just by what you can see. Because just because someone says no one time, it doesn't mean that you can go and try out for it again. And I think a lot of people give up after getting that first L or that no or that job opportunity that doesn't say yes to them. And it's really easy to sit back and retract instead of continuing to pray about it, move forward, walking by faith. Is there something that you would share to someone who is in a position right now where they're looking for that next thing or they're excited about something? They're trying to trust God, but they have all this anxiety about like, is it actually going to work out? If you were to sit down, we have a lot of women
Mhm.
who connect with the content that we make and the prayers and stuff. So I'd love for you to be able to just share any insight that you would share with someone who is in that position right now where they're kind of second guessing themselves. They're praying about it, but they still have that fear and
Right.
anxiety to go for it. What would you say to that person?
Um, I would say that I can completely, first of all, relate to you because I feel like we all go through phases of life and, through our faith and walks with God. And I'm in a position right now where I have been feeling like that.
Mm.
And so for me, I'll pray about what should I really pursue next? Like, what should I be doing? And I haven't gotten that answer yet. And so there are times when I've experienced a lot of anxiety behind it, a lot of, just what am I doing? Like, I don't know why things are taking so long or this and that. And I think a lot of people can look at me and be like, wow, she's done like so many cool things. Everything just comes to her. And that's not true because I go through these phases where I feel like I will make no progress or even backwards progress
Mm.
within months of time. So if I were to sit down with someone like that, I would say like, do not give up. Little movements and little progressions and believing and trusting in God is really just the key to keep you moving forward. Um, and if you're not moving forward, it's not the end, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I would say, like, am going through a phase like that right now. Um,
Yeah.
and so I just have to keep pushing forward and trusting God and honestly, like, relating to other people and talking to other people about it for
Yeah.
encouragement.
For sure. It's like we go through these seasons of like harvest where everything good is
Mhm.
happening and we're just excited. And then it's like you go through these droughts where it's like, what's next? I don't know. And it's really easy to kind of just sit back and dwell and be angry and sad. And I think that's normal for anyone to do, but then also ask yourself, like, well, what can I do? Like you
Right.
said, minor progress. Can I make a step in a direction to maybe apply for another job? Or I know you're very good at that when you're going through those like periods where it's like, I don't know what's next. Let me just like put myself out there, audition, audition. I think that's something that you've consistently done, which I know God is going to provide something. And I believe, even though you might not believe this, because you've been in so many different positions of growth and like bigger things. I do believe the next thing that's going to happen in your career is going to be bigger than what you did in the WWE. And I know that might be hard to see, but like that's how good God is.
Right.
And I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something that's going to be really really big, I believe.
I know, and that's funny 'cause that you say that because as like I was saying, going through these struggles of where I'm trying to figure out what's next, like, there's been times when I'm like, "Yes, God is gonna provide something even better." Like you said, better than WWE,
Mhm.
but what is that? I'm not sure. But then I've, you know, been down and been like, "Oh, you know, that was, like, the best job I had, like, I can't believe I'm not doing that anymore, like, I lost it," and it's been this back and forth thing, but also, to just put yourself out there leads to so many different things that you
Right.
can never imagine. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm praying for it, like you said, whatever it is. And I haven't found that answer yet, and that's okay.